And welcome, hello, welcome to this week's Weekly Woof. We're back again. We didn't get cut, we didn't get axed. We're back again somehow, for some reason. I am Thumper, my pronouns are they, them. Forgot to do pronouns last week. But
oh, we
yeah,
forgot that,
we forgot it. But
absolutely.
yeah, we will remember stuff this week. we were a bit of a rush last week, but we'll remember this week. So I'm Thumper, my pronouns are they, them.
I'm Zael, my pronouns are he and him.
We're back today. We're talking about groups in the kink and fetish scene. And we're going to hopefully introduce our guest, and hopefully this is all going to work. So it's our first ever guest, first guest we're having on the Weekly Woof, and probably one of our great friends and someone that we really enjoy and really love having chat to. We've had an whole hour chat before this. So
we set up a bit early, so
a bit early. Hopefully he's not too tired. So I'd like you to welcome Kit. So I think he's on the screen now. There you go. Hello, Kit. Hello.
You can say hi.
Hello. Oh, just give me a second. Sorry, I forgot. I think now, yeah, sorry. I forgot I turned you on mute. I don't know why I turned you on mute, but I turned you on mute.
Just in case he was annoying us in the intro.
Yeah. So hopefully people can hear you. So yeah, Kit, do you want to introduce yourself quickly?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Start another segment.
If that was it, just no, I don't. I am Kit Wild. I use the pronouns he, him, and his. And I'm kind of known for taking my clothes off online.
That's fair.
That's probably the best way I could explain it.
I make adult content for adults.
For adults. Adults when children go to beddy buys. Adults like to go on their phone.
But they're not in the room.
Yeah, well, they're not in the room, and when in
Yeah.
private vicinity. So
Kid is our good friend. He's from Manchester, and he's been on the kink and fetish scene for quite a while now, I think. So if you could tell us well, I'm not calling him old.
I think he's been around.
I think he's been around for quite a while. He's been
like,
around town for a few times.
It's been 84 years.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself, and like, how did you get into the kink and fetish community?
It's more of okay. So my introduction to the fetish community started off through watching mucky films, if you will. Basically watching porn and thinking that's hot, and then falling down a rabbit hole of that's hot, that's also hot. Okay, all of this is hot. So it was then I need to not watch this. I need to do it. How do I do this? How do I get involved? And it was then just a case of being brave enough to say to people that I didn't know, this is what I like. How do I do that? And reaching out to complete and utter strangers, and then basically saying, okay, well, this event is happening. Come with me, see if you like it. If you like it, wonderful. Let's go from there. And here I am.
Did you also have something like this? Fun fact, the first event that I went to in England, Thumper got me in contact with a friend, and I showed up at his doorstep, complete stranger, didn't tell anyone because it was a kink event. I didn't have any kinky friends in England. So showed up at his doorstep at 7 a.m. in a completely different town, having no idea what I'm doing, because he was supposed to drive me and his friend to a pub event. So yeah, these situations happened. That was probably not the safest thing I should have done.
No.
And you hadn't met me. You hadn't met me. You've only chatted to me
No,
over the.
This was, I had complete faith in strangers. I was very positive.
Maybe not the way to go for any newbies out there. Maybe not do this.
I wouldn't recommend that way of trial by utter fire. But I'm very glad it all worked out for you. Well done.
I mean, I'm still here. I wasn't murdered and buried. Well, so tell us, as we've been talking, you've been on the scene for a bit. So what is kind of the
How many
how many times will I mention that?
How many years has it been? Just for everyone to know, and so we're not just saying random times. How long has it been?
I don't want to be
on the scene, about 8 years.
Okay.
Not that old.
Not that bad.
Style, about 12.
Okay, still not that bad. And what do you think was kind of the best thing that you took out of being on the scene and having those experiences? Like, what is the most positive thing that happened to you during that whole situation? And keep it PG-13.
I always keep it PG-13, and I resent your implications that
I saw your Twitter.
Otherwise,
don't lie to me.
Besmirch such an upstanding show as this. For me, it's less. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not less. So it's more the camaraderie. So it's more. I am in a room with like-minded people who we might not come from similar backgrounds or be of similar colors or genders or you know, anything. We might not have anything else in common but that one kink, and that binds us all. And so you've then automatically got this foothold, this stepping stone to say you and I are similar because we have this shared interest. Let's find out what else we have in common. And it's that networking, it's that building of your friendship circle and your chosen family that really draws me into kink as an event, not just what happens, you know, elsewhere,
in the bedroom. In the bedroom.
But it's the social aspect of being able to see people that you've seen, you know, weekly or monthly or, you know, however regular the event is, and then new faces. And I don't know who you are. Let's have a conversation. Are you new here? Let's, you know, it's that draws me into the kinky community.
I just have to do a quick apology. I'm sorry, but I had a bit of a technical difficulties with some titles. Some of the titles didn't update. I don't know which ones it is. It's from the glorious Jamie Wake. Glorious Jamie Wake has let me know that some of the titles haven't updated. We apologise. Someone is on it at the moment and should update to the right title.
Oh, okay.
I just got a message and I was like, "This is mean," but I'll just say apologies for
It's
whatever's
not our
happened.
technical difficulty. It's fine.
It's not me. It's not me. But yes, that was very interesting because I think we both had the same experience. But my friendship, I didn't really have any friends. I think we were saying last week. I didn't have any friends when I moved away from home, and now I've got a massive friendship group and even like a chosen family where I'm wanting to go to spend Christmas with my chosen family rather than biological family because of reasons. But I developed this chosen family through kink. Can I ask the next?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to ask the nasty question. I know Kit looked at me badly earlier. So obviously we talked about positive experiences, and we have a lot of positive experiences, but sometimes we can through some negative experiences in life, and through what we do. And I was just wondering, what's been one of your low points, one of your negative points in kink and fetish? How did you overcome that?
Personally, so for me, people always assume that because of my following, if you can call it that, that I'm going to be some sort of pedestal kink person that they can speak to or interact with because I'm out of their league, whatever league is, and that upsets me. That there's clicks. Well, yeah, we'll go with that. Clicks. That people assume that you cannot speak to somebody new or someone who is popular or well known because they are popular and well known. Like, come and talk to me. Don't care who you are, what you look like, what you're wearing, all the gear, no gear, don't care. Come and talk to me.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's even more prevalent nowadays with social media and everyone being kind of like, oh, that person has these many followers and that person has these many followers. And, you know, it is intimidating when you kind of look back, for example, on Twitter, and you see someone having 10,000 people looking at their content. And obviously you're someone new. And I feel like it's sometimes a bit of
Big push. Much stuff out there. Let's try and build your following so you can speak to people who are higher followings. Bit of a bad.
Yeah, but I disagree. Like, no, don't
do it. No.
The second that you start putting content out there because you think that that's what people want to see, that's the second that people stop paying attention because they want to see you. They're there to see you. So put out content that you want to make, that you want to share, and people will come and see it. If they don't come and see it, then who cares? You're making yourself happy. That's all that matters.
Just quickly went into detail about How did you like try and get over the tics? General life. Probably sometimes you might not have gotten over. Do you got any advice to try and get get away from those? Anything that you've done that's tried to break those barriers down? Anything that's sort of made you feel better when you feel like you've been pushed tick or been forced out due?
Well, I've never been forced out. Because try it.
Love that. Yes.
I ain't going anywhere. I have forced my way in to quite a few, actually. And just by walking up to people and saying, "Hey, how are you? How are you doing?
Yeah.
Would you like a hug?" And then
Oh.
because some people, especially, so okay, here we go. So in a pop environment, where are we going? Here we are. So in a pop event, you can't just go up to someone and hug them because you don't know whether they're autistic or whether they're okay with physical contact. You don't know whether they're a handler or if they have a dom, and if their handler or dom is okay with them being touched without the handler's consent. So there's a whole hierarchy of do's and don'ts within a consensual meeting, if you will. But asking, "Hi, how are you? Would you like a hug?" Yes, I would, or no, I wouldn't. And you're done.
Yeah, definitely.
I can remember we first met at the Puppy UK. That was an event in itself for reasons with my partner and other things going on. But I was very stressed. Everyone noticed. I think you noticed. Friends noticed very stressed that day. But one thing I do remember is you were sitting next to me, well, not far away from me. Went up to me, sort of next, and I was just about there. My peripheral vision. Hi. You look like you need a hug. Do you want a hug? And I went, yes, please. And all I felt was just like, bang.
I remember he was wearing this like poncho sweater.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
what
just
the hell
remember
you were
that
wearing.
sweater all the time.
That sweater was a choice, not for the good reason. But
I didn't. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
It's gone. It's gone. It's disappeared. It's
Great.
left.
Thanks, Thumper. You scared our first guest off, and we're not even past the first segment.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
This is the best thing ever made, ever.
It just looked lovely and warm.
It is.
Well, it probably. Well,
And that place was like going between hot and cold like a yo-yo.
Because they have the doors open.
Yeah, and then they closed them, and then we're all handing like sardines, so we're all getting like sweaty, and not in a good way.
No.
No. But yeah, I can remember the first time I met you, literally, "Hi, how are you? You look like you need a cuddle. Do you want a cuddle?" Yes. Cuddled me, and then we had a bit of a chat, and then at the end you went, "Oh, if you ever want to talk to me, message me." I was like, "What? Message you where?" Just message me on Twitter. And I was like, "Yeah, but no, just message me on Twitter." And I was like,
"Yeah."
But what was happened? Because I was definitely in that idea of, if someone's got the high following, they don't want to talk. If you're in these categories, don't talk. They won't talk to you. Don't try and talk to them. But yeah, you literally just said, "Do you want to cuddle?" And that broke that barrier down straight away, and like made you come across lovely. And I didn't have any preconceptions after that. But it's the preconception before that cuddle that.
Yeah, it's like having a large following is like being rich in Monopoly money. It doesn't make you famous.
Make difference.
Perform. It's people want to see my genitals. Fine, not a problem. It doesn't make me any
Different.
more scary than I already am, and I'm a big cuddly ball of fun.
Can be.
that is true. Can he? Oh. No. Look at him.
If
he would never be scary.
If he wants to be, I know he.
Look at him.
Oh,
He wouldn't have a
there's
fly.
a dark side
Unless
behind that.
the fly wanted it.
Yeah, unless everyone's consenting. Which
Yeah,
case,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like there is a dark side. It's just in a consensual dark side.
yeah, yeah. As
Yeah,
long as we all know where we stand. We're all...
don't start.
So,
feel
very
like
quickly,
a video
I
porter.
think coming back to the positive experiences and like, you know, making friends from a lot of different aspects of life. What do you think is like one pretty unlikely friendship that you think that you wouldn't have if not for, you know, getting involved in kink? Like one person that you would look at and you would be like, I actually, if like, you know, we wouldn't just interact with each other if it wasn't for kink.
I don't know, like, because I am the sort of person who would just come up and speak to anyone and everyone and give them a hug and hi, how are you? What are you doing? Because I'm genuinely super nosy. Uh, and
I was wondering
I
where that
just
was going to
like
go then.
I don't I'm not one to sit and judge. I just want to know about you. I want to learn about you and
Get to
what
know
drives you,
people.
what makes you tick. So I don't think that there is anyone that I wouldn't have met had it not been for kink or fetish. I just think that because of kink and fetish, I have met more people, if
Yeah,
that makes sense. Do you
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, definitely.
One person also we've talked a bit.
You're mumbling.
Am I mumbling? Sorry. I was just saying there's one person that me and Kit both know, Boone. Uh,
I
uh,
know Boone too.
you know
Excuse me,
Boone too.
why am I
Yeah, but
excluded from
we
this?
know Boone more because of kink relationships. But we chatted to Boone, and I've chatted to Boone quite a lot about it. And me and Boone have both said we're both not each other's types. Generally, if we're both in a bar, we looked across the bar, we looked at each other, we generally go, oh, maybe not. That's not the first port of call we'd go. But actually, when we got through kink fetish, we talked about different leather. We talked about different things in the scene. Talked about kink and fetish. We actually clicked like that. Once we actually chatted, and had a discussion, and got rid of that preconceptions of, oh, they're generally not my type. We actually realised we're both quite attracted to each other in a way, and both enjoyed each other in quite a way that we wouldn't have realised if it wouldn't have been.
Definitely, I agree.
That's what I love about the kink and fetish community. Like you start with common ground, common interest, common kink, and that just opens up the entire world to possibilities of let's find other common ground, which you found in Boom.
I think it's time to move on to the next
Oh,
thing
it's
that
the
we're
next
going to be
segment.
doing.
Anyway, I'm just going to say hi to a few people because I thought, oh, be
Yeah,
nice,
definitely,
nice
we should-
segment to say hi. I don't know if Kit might, but hey, Sophie. Sophie's one of the people who works. He does
Reading
lovely
Pride.
Saturday and Reading Pride. Yeah. Hello, Miles, James, Buddy's there, and I do know. Oh, Ace is there.
Tom is there.
Loki's there. Who else is there? Oh, who is it? Necro's on here. He messaged me. I saw a message pop up and it was just zooming in my face. It was like cute. And I was like, no, it's not cute. Just zoomed into my face on a screen and it looks awful. Don't do it. But hello, Necro, if you're still online. But yeah, hello, people. Welcome. We're going to go on to our next section. I'm going to try and work out how to do it. But what's our next section?
It is a little game that we prepared. Someone prepared. We both prepared.
You
It's fine.
prepared.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yay,
Games!
games!
Oh,
And it's
I
not. Yes. So it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a game of guess the flag. So if people don't know, there are many flags that represent different groups within the kink and fetish community. We thought since Kit has been around the town, you know, a couple
Around
of
the
times,
block.
around the block, you know, a couple of times he would have encountered at least some of them and could tell us a little bit more about them. And if not, we can tell you about them and you'll be educated. It's fine.
Okay, well, every day's a school day.
I know,
Every day's
right?
school day. So we're going to start off with our first flag. So what is this flag? This one.
Oh, I don't know.
Not going to have a guess?
Nope.
Do you want to say which one it is?
Yeah,
Zael?
so this is the BDSM flag. It represents anyone who is into BDSM.
Yeah. Well, not know
Really?
that, Kit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does BDSM stand for, Kit?
Well, this is where we differ slightly, according to your website. So I'll let you tell me.
Does it actually differ? Bondage, discipline, sadism, masochism, and a domination.
Masochism, my favorite
Masochism,
one.
domination and submission. So it's BD, DS, SM.
Yeah, not BDSM.
Yeah.
Which is what it. Yeah, never mind.
Did I do it wrong?
Well, no. Like I just know it is BDSM, not BSDM, MB.
Oh, because it's dual. It works because it does bondage.
Bondage, discipline, domination, submission, sadism, masochism. But because it's DD and SS, you just merge them into one and it becomes BDSM.
Every day to school then.
Yeah, so it can mean many different things.
Unless I get a message from Boone in the next 2 seconds going, Thumper, you did that wrong. And I'll be like, oh, sorry. He'll be able to tell me if I did a boop. So we're going to go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Now, we've started off with the hard one, so I apologise, Kit.
Yeah.
I
wonder what that one is.
No, we know what that one is. Sorry, that was different. This one is, I was going to play, it mucked up this game, but it doesn't matter.
No, it's fine.
But this one is the variation of the first one. You can have a guess of what it is.
Is this going to be, because I know the back of the flag.
Yeah.
The trans flag.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take an educated guess that this is trans BDSM.
So you're very close. So it's trans BDSM, but it's also another type of BDSM. Which other group do you think?
Trans and non-binary.
No.
Look in the middle.
Which sexuality? Look in the middle.
What colours are in the middle?
You're part of the community. You should know this. You're part of the sexuality.
What?
Oh, okay. Trans and pan.
Close. Trans and bi.
Oh, I'm not bi.
But it's bi plus. It's bi plus community. Pan is underneath bi plus. The push. I was trying to help. But yes, it's the trans and bi BDSM flag. On to the next one. So we're going to go to, what's this flag?
I don't know, but it looks like they're having a whale of a time.
It does, doesn't it?
So
educated guess?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So this one is the fetish flag. It encompasses anyone who is into fetish of any kind. I don't know what the thing in the middle is. I think it's like people hugging each other, maybe.
I don't know.
Let's go with that.
It's people hugging each other. So this one is a variation of the last one. So you know what this one is? You know what flag's behind here? You know what flag
Make an
this is?
educated guess.
You know what this flag is, don't you?
No.
The bi flag.
It's a...
The bi fetish flag. So this is the bi fetish flag. So it's got the bi flag at the background with the fetish symbol in the middle.
With the people hugging.
The people hugging.
Yes.
Hugging.
What's this flag?
What's this flag? You should know this one.
Rubber.
Yes.
Yay.
So rubber. So you got rubber or anyone who wears rubber or latex, so an attraction to someone wearing or you wearing rubber or latex, you generally come under this. So even if you like someone wearing it,
or you don't like it yourself, then you still
so we're gonna go to the next one. What's this?
You should know this one. It's the most famous one.
What's this flag?
I don't know because my face is in the corner.
Oh, it's a red heart. It's a red heart.
Couldn't tell you. Like honestly, the flags are pointless to me.
We should have chosen a different thing.
It is the leather flag.
It's the leather flag.
If you say so.
Yeah. So, fun fact about leather. Well, the leather flag was actually not introduced as part of the fetish community at the beginning. It was introduced as part of the leather community. That was separate because it was in 1989. So the leather
Oh yeah,
flags.
because yeah, so something. Yeah, because the leather
So the-
flag's been around for ages.
Exactly, since 1989. I looked it up.
Oh. Or is it because you looked at my sheet that I gave you that said?
No, I looked it up online, and it's also one of the oldest fetish flags.
Well, look at you doing homework and
I
stuff.
know, right?
I know.
And also, if you look at the
At least
background,
it does something.
because a lot of kinks and fetishes are based on the leather community, on the leather aesthetic. A lot of the flags that you've seen with BDSM, with fetish, are going to have very similar colors or a very similar background.
They normally have black, blue,
Yeah.
or red.
So fun fact: this is where it originates from.
So this one is the trans leather flag, and then this one is the POC, people of color leather. So they've just adjusted the stripes, distinguish. So it's just identifying places where there needs to be more support and there needs to be more recognition. Generally, whole LGBT, they don't get enough platform, enough uplifting, and enough visibility. So this shows that there is visibility work needed. We're going to go on to the next one. So what is this flag?
Oh, is that a boot black flag?
Yeah, that's a boot black flag. Yes, he got one.
He's got two.
Oh,
He's
it's
got
got
two.
a big boot on it.
It's fine. They get easier from now on.
I think they do a little bit.
Yeah. So, boot blacker. Do you want to explain what a boot blacker is?
I think Kit can do it.
Kit, do you want to explain what a boot blacker is?
So it's someone who enjoys or takes pleasure from buffing, shining, the care, preservation of normally a Dom's leather boot, and that will involve the buffing, the shining, the wax, and then more often than not, some form of sexual excitement afterwards, whether it be face under the boot or something like that.
So they can also take care of whole leather. I know one of my favourite boot blacks, Toku, helps me look after some of my all leather. And if you do go to an event and there is a boot blacker there and they shine your boots, give them a tip. Tip them, because they have to pay for the polish, they have to pay for the equipment, they're giving you time to clean your boots for you. Tip them.
And service.
Yeah.
It's good service, especially if it's Toku. Ask for
Yeah.
Toku when you go to London and you'll get a very good service, I can tell you that. And
Yeah.
that's not in a sexual way. Anyone starts that
They
one.
have a lot of experience usually.
Yeah, definitely. So we go for, what's this flag?
Mordor.
What say Mordor? Did you say Mordor?
Yeah.
Close.
That's the flag of Sauron, that.
It's got a big eye in the middle.
It's watching you.
It's definitely watching you. Do you want to go for this one?
Yeah, so that's the ownership flag. So this is a flag that represents anyone who is in an ownership relationship.
And has the eye of Mordor looking over them every 2 seconds.
Exactly. They're watching you. They're watching you.
I don't know it. I don't own anyone.
Yeah. So basically, whether you are more of in a like long-term dominant sub relationship, or master and slave, or pup and handler, or within the pup community, an alpha and a beta and an omega, this flag basically represents someone that is could represent someone that is in more of a long-term relationship. It usually isn't very prevalent to like just a scene play. It would be someone that is also outside of being
long term owned.
Yeah.
So we'll go for the next. What is this flag?
I don't know. Give a dog a bone, babe.
I'm not getting. You know this one. Don't start.
That would be the pup.
That'll be the pup flag.
Hey, the puppy flag.
Do you want to do this one? I'll give you this one.
What
I'll give
is
you this
puppy
bone.
flag?
There you go. What's puppy flag?
Wait, it's your show. I'd hate to take all the credit.
Yeah, but you're the guest. We didn't expect to do much with you around.
You're the hell.
It's your show.
No, I'll do it anyway. So, I've got it on my actual chest at the moment. Puppy. So pup flag is for pup community. It's a It's a type of animal role play. So there's different forms of animal role play. This is pup play, where people like to act in a canine manner, in a non-sexual or a sexual aspect. It originated from the leather scene, where it was a form of submission, but now has become an encompassing thing for escapism, but also still sometimes keep domination characteristics.
Wow, you really have rehearsed that.
What?
It is not.
Not what?
Bestiality.
No, it's not bestiality.
Absolutely not.
I thought you could say I said something wrong there, but yeah, it's not bestiality.
No. Like I was just like adding on. Like it is pet play. It is not. It is humans being animals.
Canines,
it's pretend. It's role play. It's a type of role play, basically.
With animals.
Yeah.
You take on a persona.
Yeah.
It's like that's why it's called.
It's dress up.
Yes.
Role play. That's why it's called animal role play.
Yeah.
Animal role play because you role play as an animal.
I like how you specified that.
Role play as an animal. That's role play.
Yeah. Another flag.
Another flag. What's this flag?
Oh.
What about animal role play? It's
ponies, horses.
Yeah.
Yes, pony. This is pony flag.
Yeah, I mean it's also a type of animal role play. This time with horses. So you kind of get into a headspace of being a horse. That can be also sexual or non-sexual, and you do whatever you want, basically.
Act in an equine manner. I just wanted to use the word equine because it sounds so lovely. Equine. So prestigious.
Show jumping. So show jumping.
Oh, literally, have you seen some of the outfits some of the handlers of the ponies wear? You know, the whole jodhpurs and the leather boots.
There is so many horses that I'm just like, damn, you look good.
Yes.
It's the tails. I just want to sit and brush the tails.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Or
And
even plait them.
Fun fact: most of the ponytails are actually made out of actual horse hair. Can't speak.
Huh?
Yeah. So if you brush them, they're actually really nice to brush because they're made out of actual hair.
Let's say the rubber ponies. Cherry.
Although I don't. So the part of their outfit is the hoofs, which is basically like, like platform heels, but without the heel. And I'm very confused. I'm very confused as to how they walk in it, like how they get their balance and they don't like.
Practice, darling, practice. Not warning enough. Like you pretty much don't step on the heel.
Well, Gaga had them, didn't she? McQueen did the whole.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Same principle, same concept.
Okay.
Oh, we're educating everyone here. What's this flag?
Bears.
You want to explain what a bear is?
Bears are beautiful.
A
bear is normally an older gentleman, hairy, belly,
and chest,
big, stocky man,
big, stocky, hairy man.
Yes, does not need to be cisgendered.
Yes, it's generally anyone who's male presenting. Say. Yeah. Generally, it's not anyone who's female presenting, but generally anyone who's male presenting. So if you're non-binary and you present masculine and you look like a bear, then you're still part of the bear community. I did have.
No, absolutely. I agree.
We got on the end.
Yeah, we're at the end. Just a question. So, if you have older men being bears, how do younger men who looks like this present?
Cubs. It depends on there are so many. This is why I don't deal with flags, because there are so many categories and then subcategories. Like you could be a bear, or you could be an otter, or you could be a cub, or you could be a bear pup. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
intersectional.
Yes, it's very
Yeah.
intersectional. The
People-
moral of the story is you can be whoever you
like-
want to be.
People are people.
People are people.
You
absolutely.
overrun Kit, who had a lovely line there, and he
Come
just
on,
went,
kid, can you say it again? Because I was stupid.
Yeah, so people like labels. I just like people.
Oh,
Right.
that's wonderful.
I don't care how you feel yourself.
Exuberant.
Just give me a hug and a cup of tea.
hugging a cup of tea. So that's the end of the flags. I hope you enjoyed it, somewhat. And hopefully we educated some of you out there about what these flags are and what they mean. If you want to learn more, then I do have a website which I currently update quite regularly called lambda-plus.co.uk, which goes through all of the kink, not all, some / most of the kink fetish flags you'll come across day to day. I am trying to update them bit by bit. There are quite a lot, like it said. There's so many.
And some of them are official, some of them are mostly used on the internet. You know, like there are so many communities that require a symbol.
People start making stuff to try and represent themselves, which they don't need to do, but
if it makes them feel good,
happy.
yes, why not?
Why not? So I'm going to do a transition back to being together. We're going next to each other again, Kit. I can nearly grab you. Grabs. No. That face is like, no, please don't. You don't pay me enough to touch you.
Well, I've just realised that my hat just looks like one big eyebrow.
It does. I just realized that.
Hello.
I do love your hat.
A lovely hat. So I think we're going to talk a bit more now. Now we've talked a bit of overview. Talk a bit more in detail about different communities. Obviously, Kit's, as we keep saying, Kit's been around the block, so he's been in. He's been in.
Should I start the countdown of how many times we'll say that during the whole show?
It's right, I'm charging you for every time we say it. It's fine.
Someone watch this whole video back and count how many times
It's full now. It's full now. I'm counting it in my head. Yes, I'm counting in my head.
If sounds right, have we said Kit's been around the block?
That's 5.
Now 5 times. You've had a lot of interaction with different scenes. You're involved in a lot of different scenes / groups. Wondering if you talk about. So I think the first one probably is Pup. You on your Twitter, you evidently quite point. You go to quite a few Pup events. That's where I met you the first time.
Used to go to pop events.
Used to,
and then the global pandemic.
Yeah, then we had COVID.
My friends.
I'm forgetting about the global pandemic. It's currently just a blur in my head at the moment. But did you want to talk a bit about Pup? No, that's fine. You want to talk a bit about the Pup group and what Pup is, and talk about community a bit, or
What do you mean?
do you want to talk a bit about what Pup is and how you get involved in it?
Oh, okay. Yes, fine, yes, but the issue that we have is that anyone who starts talking about a kink or fetish in specific detail then becomes an expert on said kink and fetish, and that is not the case. Like, there is no right way or wrong way of doing any kink at all. There are safe ways of doing it, and safe ways of getting into it and exploring it and understanding it. But there's no right or wrong way of doing anything. You don't, for example, you don't need a pup hood or a harness or a tail to be a pup. You just need to turn up to an event and say, I am Pup, whatever. And there you go. You are Pup.
You don't even have to have a name. You can just turn up and, make it up on the spot. Or just, also, you can just change your name whenever you want to. You don't have to be tied into it.
Like So you say that, but I tried to change my pup name is just Pup Kit, and then I did a whole tweet about should I change my name, and everyone said, well, you can do, but everyone's just going to call you Kit anyway, so why bother?
There's a point where it just becomes
Yeah,
everyone
up to
knows
a
you that
point.
name.
Up to a point. But
Yeah.
you know, when you're still new and you're discovering yourself, but like don't be afraid to experiment a little bit, and don't be pressured to be like, oh, I need to have this identity right now when I go into this you know, event, because you know, you can still figure it out. Everyone's figuring it out. I'm figuring it out.
No, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is forever. The only thing that is guaranteed are taxes and death. Outside of that,
I
make it up.
I don't pay taxes, so haha.
Student. Still pay
Yeah.
VAT though. Still pay VAT.
Huh?
You still pay VAT on food. You know, when you go to Tesco, you still get paid.
But I don't pay council.
You don't pay council tax. That's about it. You do pay tax.
Import.
Import. Oh God, talk about import. That's a sore subject for me. Don't talk about import tax. I buy enough stuff and then realise I have to pay import tax, and I have. But I think Kit, you touched upon a really important point there for any kink and fetish. You're going, what point did I touch upon? Was gear. Like sometimes there's a big push to go, oh, you've got to have certain gear be in this kink or fetish. You've got to have this certain stuff to be in here. But that's not the case, is it?
No. Don't get me wrong. I hate, with a burning, fiery passion, knockoff Mr. S. Leather pup hoods.
Same. Yeah.
Hate them. They are clearly shoddily made. They're going to last you a week, and they like brilliant. 30 quid, super cheap. Don't bother. Don't waste your money. Save up and get a pup hood if that's what you want to do, or speak to people like Rough Stuff or something and get a custom hood done. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't buy cheap because you think that you need to have a hood now. Wait and get a better one when you can afford to do it, if that's something that you want to do. Like, you don't. The issue that you have is if you turn up to an event with a cheaper knockoff hood, the people who are at the event who have the original stuff will know that that's a cheap knockoff hood and will tell you that it's a cheap knockoff hood, basically.
And that as well. Don't buy this.
Only certain things.
Yeah.
Like, gear is expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like, in any way, shape, or form, it is ridiculously expensive, and half the time you're paying for just a label. You're paying for it because it is a brand, the same way that you would buy Gucci or, you know, any other Prada or whatever. You're buying it because it's a label. You can go to Primark and get something that looks similar for half the price, but you're buying that gear, that leather, that rubber, that pup hood, that harness from that brand because it's good, it's reputable. Yes, it's expensive.
It doesn't have doesn't have to be expensive in some senses, because we had a discussion before we started. I might be looking at getting a new harness within the next 6 to 8 months, because as much as I love it, I'm looking for a different fit, because it fits me quite, but not as good as other harness. But I said to Zael, who said he wanted a harness,
yeah,
do you want to buy mine for really cheap off me, because I want to get a new one. I want to buy for a new one, so I'll just give you that second hand, which is a lot better. You get second hand stuff is always a lot cheaper. Also, many times I've gone to an event where, I don't know if you've had it, where you've not been feeling the event, you brought all your gear, and you got to the event and you're just like, oh, I'm feeling it. And then there's someone who's new there. I've just gone, I'm not really feeling it today.
Do you want to try something on?
Do you want to try this on? And just literally went, here's my hood, here's my harness, here's some stuff. Go have fun.
Yeah, go play with it.
Go play with it.
As long as
The
it
only
comes
thing
back to
I've
me.
never given out for someone to wear is my hood because that's my face.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
personal. Yeah.
But outside of that, like on Twitter, I will hand out
Yeah, you do.
anything
Yeah.
and everything. Like I, because of lockdown and quitting smoking, I've gained 5 stone in 5 months. Nothing fits me anymore at all. So I just gave it all away.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
fit
mean,
me.
you know, I
So
participated in some of
what
them. I
about it?
didn't get anything, but it's okay.
And it's but the thing is, it's great. It's great quality. It's okay, yes, but it's second hand. But these kink gear lasts for a long time. Generally, a lot of the stuff,
Definitely.
as long as it's maintained well, generally lasts quite long. It's good quality because we've still got the label on it. We've just gone for another pair of hands or 2 pairs of hands, and it doesn't make.
It's like your big brother giving you his t-shirt or his trousers because he's grown out of it and you're going to grow into it. It's that.
The only difference is that, you know, the trousers and the t-shirt are going to be probably more used than the gear, because the gear, you know, is going to be better quality and it's going to last for longer.
I've spent a lot of time with my gear.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, it depends on how much. I've been given stuff as well before, but I know it's people who've had stuff given to them, that was given to them, that was given to them, that's still going
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
There's been through 4 hands by about 4 or 5 years, still absolutely no tear, no mark, no problem, still going. But get second hand or second hand discount sales are great. I love a discount sale.
Like Clone Zone and any other, retailer or shop will have a Black Friday sale, they'll have a Christmas sale, they'll have a summer sale, there is always a sale or a bargain or a deal
Discount
to have.
code. There was a
Like,
discount code somewhere.
honestly, and buy direct from the retailer. They will also have discounts and sales and things like that. Buying cheap doesn't need to
I
diminish the gear that you're buying.
Don't buy from them.
Yeah, one thing that we're going to say is you have to watch out. Yes, buy from the retailer if you can. However, you have to be very careful of where you buy from, because we've had a couple, well, I've had a couple of times, you definitely had a couple of times, where we bought something, especially from America. I had it from Australia when I bought it from Claude, and I had to pay more in income tax, in
Import tax than the
import
actual
tax than
item.
the actual item was worth. So be careful with that, because there are some hidden charges that they won't tell you on the site that will be charged for you just because the packages are being traveling to the UK. So, that's something you have to be mindful of.
So, after talking about gear and our bad experiences of import tax that slapped us with big charges, so how do you find groups? So what sort of places, where would you find groups? So apps, is there the social media platforms? Is there, if I was new, where would you tell me to go to find people?
Literally anywhere. Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr. There was a whole Tumblr cull that got rid of porn and fetish, but it's making its way back despite their best efforts. Honestly, absolutely anywhere. If you're of legal age, then you can download various fetish apps. The best, or no, I'm not going to say the best. The most prevalent or most well known would be Recon, and then Scruff, as well as
I don't use
others. It's the whole world is here. It's in your hand. It's the whole world is there. You just need to Google it.
Oh yeah, I've got big flashbacks to when I was in primary school. Oh, wide world in his hand.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, you gave me more flashbacks. So I just sort of stood still. Went. One thing I would say is that Scruff, and as someone who's non-binary, also plays everyone and anyone. Generally, Scruff and recon are generally male presented, or male only, but male presented. Is that there are other apps. FetLife is generally
is
a good one,
inclusive.
gender inclusive, and that's normally they do stuff called munches. So I don't know if you've heard about these, Kit.
Well, but munches are not just FetLife exclusive; they're
No,
just
you
local.
find them, yeah, you find them on FetLife.
Do you find them on FetLife?
Yeah, you find them
Because
on
I thought
FetLife.
they were just like advertised.
No, they're fine on FetLife because they're quite underground. As you might know, that sometimes a lot of these groups can be quite underground.
Didn't
you
we
need to
do
go
it
through
for
connections.
Birmingham Fetish Weekend.
Yeah.
Next day. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of groups are underground. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of digging to find local groups. But FetLife is a good place to go and look for something called Munches, where they do educational workshops. You meet people, and you meet people of all genders, of all sexualities. So it's not. I do find sometimes Recon's a bit gay male heavy, which is not a problem if that's what you want to look for. But if you're looking for everyone and anyone and being a bit various, FetLife's also a good place, and look for a local munch. And Reading's got one, and Wyndham's got one.
Yeah, definitely. Just shortly, can you tell us? Well, Kid, do you can you like describe what a munch is? Because I don't know if everyone knows what a munch is.
I have no idea what a munch is.
Oh, you don't? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. Well, munches are usually gatherings of people. They're social gatherings of people who are interested in kink and fetish. Different groups. You can just walk in. It's purely social. There's nothing, sexual or kink-wise happening there. People usually meet up in a cafe or in a restaurant, and they have a meal. They have a chat, and they get to know people. This is the way to kind of get to know people socially outside of an event. If you don't feel really comfortable with because there are kink events where you can play, you can experience kink. If someone doesn't feel comfortable to go to that event at the beginning, or wants someone to go with them and get to know people before that, you can find a local munch. There are plenty of them. I'm pretty sure that every larger town or like city is going to have a munch group.
You'll have at least one munch group.
Definitely.
I can tell you there's one Oxford, Reading, Swindon, Kent, Northampton of all places. Was brought up. Northampton of all places. Munch. If Northampton has a munch, everywhere should have a munch.
And I think that because I went to my first kink event with friends, and that terrified me. I was scared the entire event. I literally sat by the bar. I didn't do anything. I sat by the bar. I chatted to a couple of people, and I dried my sorrows in gin and tonic. It was a whole event. So, so I think that munches are something very social that you can do that is very, gateway-ish. It doesn't, get it too much in your face, but you get to know people and you feel a little bit more welcome before you try something a bit more playful or a bit more kink related.
If you're having problems in the Berkshire area, southeast, southwest sort of area, can't find a local munch, message us. I've generally got contacts with one or two people in these munches, and I can find a contact for you to get a hold of. Anyway, we're going on to my favourite bit. Sorry, I got a bit excited there.
Finally.
I love quizzes.
Kicking in, is it?
I don't know. I've had about 2 glasses of Pepsi Max and half a tub of vegan ice cream. So I'm literally like,
vegan ice cream out of all things. Either way, quiz.
Woo! So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quiz now. So we've explained the rules to you, Kit, but we'll explain it to everyone at home in their lovely, cosy, warm houses.
Me? I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
I just turn up.
Just turn up and go, I'll do this.
It's the link.
So what it is that you've got 2 minutes to answer as many questions as possible. I have got a limited amount of questions, so if you run out of questions, then your time's over.
Then you've answered all the questions.
So 2 minutes to answer as many questions as possible. You can pass them or skip them, but I would recommend you to actually say a answer. You might, off the off chance, get it. For every right answer you get a point. You are not negatively marked, so don't worry about being negatively marked. So last week Zael did this, and Zael, you got 5 points. So you've just got to beat 5 points.
How many did I make it in the end? 19?
You got 18? Through about 20 questions.
Oh, yeah.
And you got 5 points. But that's all right.
This is all.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to try and set a timer for you. So when the timer starts, I'll let you know.
Wait, can Kid see that?
Yeah, Kit can.
Well, but
Oh,
he's
can I?
yeah,
Can I
he's
see?
Yeah.
no, as in
Because
he's
yeah, because it's. Don't debate me on technology. I know what I'm doing. So Kit, are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Okay, so a lot of technology on one screen. Don't think we'll work it. Ready? On your marks. Get set. Go. The leather scene was born from the combination of which two cultures?
Pass.
A military and biker. The rubber flag consists of which three colours?
Black, blue, white.
Black, yellow, red. What symbol marking Half-Life is also a symbol for gay and lesbian rights?
What?
What symbol marking Half-Life is also a symbol for gay and lesbian rights?
Pass.
Lambda. Pink, blue, black, and brown were added to the progress flag, but what were they in the shape of?
A triangle.
Yep. Oh, chevrons or triangle. Yep. What year did Lady Gaga's single Born This Way come out?
I don't know.
2011. What singer died yesterday in 1991 of HIV?
Freddie Mercury.
Yep. Which country was the first to legalise same-sex marriage in 2001?
Don't know.
Netherlands. What was the name of the first official Pride Walk in 1970 called?
What?
What was the name of the first official Pride Walk in 1970 called?
Stonewall.
Christopher Street Walk. Frankie Goes to Hollywood released a music video based about and round and about a leather bar, but what was the song called?
Don't know.
Relax. What has historically been used as a symbol of strength and unity for the lesbian community?
Don't know.
Labrys. Koku Valu Laxson was an artist who drew under the name Tom of what?
Finland.
Yep. Which artist made a music video containing LGBTQ plus celebrities and the song was called You Need to Calm Down?
Taylor Swift.
Yep. A submissive involved in rope play can also be called a rope what?
Bunny.
Yep. Pup play was born out of which subculture?
Leather.
What does BD and BDSM stand for?
Pass.
Which the event Mega Hood was the first foursome in California. Which year did it open?
What?
The event Mega Hood was the first ever foursome in California. Which year did it open?
Don't know.
1984.
you got 6.
You got 6, Kit. You're in the lead.
I mean, not gonna lie, you said leather culture, but I'm not gonna.
He didn't hear me. He didn't hear me.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway,
See, there's favoritism in
so
here.
you got 6. So you're now above Zael. And I think we're going to talk.
I'm a top.
You're a top.
I'm
a top. If no one knows that, go watch What's a Safe Word. Very good educational.
Again, not
YouTube.
sponsored.
Not sponsored.
should
I
be.
wish it was sponsored. Very good YouTube channel with
are we gonna
Am
get a
and
sponsorship?
Christopher. No, I really want to get Am and Christopher over here at some point now.
It's Mr. Christopher, not Christopher.
Mr. Chris.
Mr. Christopher.
Hi.
Mr. Christopher. Papa Amp and Mr. Christopher. So what we'd like to do is talk about what we're doing next week. So next week, if you don't know, Kit, you probably do know, is HIV Awareness Day on the Tuesday the 1st of December. So
It is.
I feel like I'm a lady. So it's World AIDS Day. What we've got next week is we've got John Stockton, who's the current reign in Mr. Leather 2019, 2020.
Well, 2020. Yeah,
2020,
he's moving on to 2020.
2020, 2021. So I don't know what year
or
it is.
19 or
No,
20. I don't know.
We're in 2020.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah, it
know
was in
if he
2020.
was.
What was it?
Yeah, 2020.
2020. 2020 to 2021. He's going to be with us talking
Yes, it was
about
March, lol.
World AIDS Day, the leather scene, and how the leather scene helped fundraise and educate through the AIDS crisis and talk about what the AIDS crisis was. We've got a few things going on ourselves at Animagi. We've got currently a pub hood made by Grunge Bunny. You can look at our socials that's being auctioned off for the Terence Higgins Trust. We are also currently on our store selling red ribbons, which are red ribbons are used to show awareness for HIV and AIDS. They're on our store for donations. All of those profits will be going to the Terence Higgins Trust. What else are we doing? We're also doing a ribbon walk at some point in time, but we're waiting for COVID to go a bit down.
Depending on restrictions, we will do it at some point. I think right now we are thinking about doing it 3rd of January.
This is not decided yet, but 3rd of January seems like the date.
It's a penciled-in date.
Penciled-in date.
Yeah.
So we're going to walk a nice route around Reading, having some posters up, talking, educating about the local LGBTQ plus community, but also talking about education about HIV and AIDS. I think that was a quick run through. God. So I'd like to finish off with saying thank you, Kit. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
In here, up there. Was that Kit?
I said thank you for having me.
Oh, it was our pleasure. That's what I wanted to say. I was waiting for you to say it soon. Pleasure. I feel like a lady at the moment. We also like to thank F.O.D TV. We forgot to do that last week.
Yes, thank you so much for allowing us to host this show.
And thank you, Jamie, for doing all of our technical issues.
Hopefully everything got sorted out with banners in the end.
Yeah, banners and titles, don't know what else. And we would like to say thank you to everyone who joined in today. I know some of the people who joined in. I think Spyro joined in.
No, Spyro hasn't joined.
Oh, Spyro hasn't joined in.
No, he was work.
Oh, boo. I know Necro joined in. I know Loki joined in.
Sophie joined in.
Yeah. Hopefully Jamie was there as well. And hopefully anyone else we missed off, I hope you had a great time listening to us three people chat about kink and fetish and about groups and kink and fetish, and enjoyed your time tonight. We've unfortunately ran 5 minutes over, so I would like to say thank you very much and have a lovely, safe night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, it's fun. No, my only issues were at the start when it was I was getting details but no information. It's alright, no problem. It was fun to be here. Although, if I'd known that there was like a questions bar, I would have done a tweet out to say like, pop in questions if you've got anything that you want to ask. Do you know what I mean? So now that you know like what your next guest is, maybe do tweets, tag them in it as if you've got any questions for such a person, put them below and we can ask them. Do you know what I mean?